We found a good spot for a shelter. We are the only ones out here. Anyway, I'm gonna show you the shelter area. I think it's pretty solid. It's protected by the wind, has some good coverage. So I'm thinking I might tie off right here, tie off over there, tie off down here, and then over here, we'll get a nice slant on this shelter, the tarp. And yeah, we're blocked from the wind over here. We got a nice cascade, or a creek, as they say. And yeah, a big berm right here. So that's practically its own natural windbreak. And we're kind of like tucked in a little bit in this spot right here. We'll end up digging this spot out up against that huge bank right there. We'll have the shelter, the tarp shelter up like that. It's gonna be pretty awesome. They're expecting a good foot of snow tonight. So my guess, it'll snow all night long. So tonight they're expecting at least 18 inches of snow. My guess, it'll probably snow maybe 8 to 10, maybe a foot. So yeah, it's just a simple tarp shelter tonight, but this spot is very protected. It's a great spot. If it does snow a lot, we won't rip our tarp, which will be nice. Yeah, as soon as I get this shelter built, obviously we're gonna search for firewood, which shouldn't be a bad deal because there is dead wood everywhere. So we'll have a toasty fire tonight. We'll stay warm, and we got some pretty good food, so it's gonna be awesome. So currently the time is 12:02. So we have like 4.5 hours of daylight left because we are up in the mountains and we're under the tree cover. And obviously the fact that it's snowing and it's supposed to be picking up here in the next hour to moderate to heavy snowfall. I doubt that after 4 o'clock it's gonna be too light out, but we have plenty of headlamps. We brought some glow sticks. It's gonna be awesome. it should make things interesting because there's like this huge 2 foot by 3 foot chunk of snow at the top. So hopefully while I'm cutting it, it doesn't land on me, but I think it's probably at least 100 pounds. So I might shake the tree a minute, see what happens, see if I can knock that thing down and get out of the way. This will be a good spot for the fire. Then I kind of got like a little walkway out of the shelter area, as you can see. And then I'll be sleeping right here. So I'll put my Nemo sleeping pad right there. I also have a Nemo thermal air mattress, which will go on top of that. And then I should sleep pretty good. I have a Zero bag by Marmot, so it's coming down steadily. So I don't know, should be interesting to see how much snow we get tonight. So you can kind of see what I've been doing with the branches. I've been building kind of this little shelter wall to protect me from whatever. And plus, as it snows, and plus I'm making good use of all the tree, but when it snows, it'll start collecting on those branches and make a natural windbreak. At least that's the theory. But you can kind of see it's kind of taking shape, which is cool. All the snow on the backside of this tarp builds up and slides off. You can see it's packing snow into the gaps and making it more airtight so we don't have any drafts. But yeah, just taking branches like these and turning them around where they kind of face like inward, and then I just like shove them down into the snow, and they just provide that little extra insulation / little extra protection from the elements. Every little bit adds up to a big bit, so it's a process, but it's coming together. Some of these branches have been broken off, and you can see that right here the wood is like really dark. It's because the resin in the tree rushes to that area to heal that spot and close it off, which makes extremely good burning wood. So this whole tree was dead because of a fire, but some of the branches on it have a lot of what they call fat wood. There's a bunch of resin that rushes to the area, closes off the what would be a wound on the tree. It's pretty cool. Shelter's coming along, getting closed off. We'll be starting a fire here soon and making up some dinner. Just gotta close off this area here, and then we'll be set. Shouldn't take more than an hour. We're working fast before the dark hits. You can see that even though this tree was dead, you can see how much water on the outside, but the core is dry, so we'll be able to get something out of it for sure. And then obviously the bigger we cut, the more dry wood there is, but we'll utilize this whole tree, so it's gonna be awesome. It's a good hatchet. It's nice and dry in the middle, so that'll be perfect for starting the fire. We'll just get a bunch more of these and we'll be in action. So the drink that I brought for my adventure is Henry's root beer. I already opened it, had some, I couldn't resist, but it's good when you're cutting firewood and it's super cold and frosty. That's very good. You know, it's amazing how when you're out in the woods or in the backcountry, you appreciate things a lot more. So I just cut through the large portion of this log, and you can see there's probably a good 5 inches of good dry wood, which is amazing because then I'm able to get good burning wood from that by cutting it down even smaller. This is gonna make starting a fire very easy. You can tell by the sound. See that? Nice and dry. It's gonna be amazing for starting the fire. This essentially just took the core out of that log. It's gonna be perfect. I don't need much of this to get the fire burning hot, but it is a blessing to have it for sure. We'll just build a little pyramid fire to get started, which I got something just for that. Get the fire started now, which is gonna be really nice. I'm really excited about that. We'll start laying logs on this and it'll stay burning really nice, which is gonna be a huge plus. So what I usually like to do is create like a little bed on top of the snow. But we did bring this down to dirt level, but I like to get a nice little bed for my coals to rest on. It just makes the fire all that much better. Totally wicked awesome. So I'll take this and just go like this, bust them in half like that. From here we'll start building a little pyramid. Which I'll show you. It's something cool somebody sent me. I'll leave a link below where you guys can pick one of these little starter kits up. They're pretty cool. But these guys sent this out to me. Super excited. We'll try it out. I have no doubt it's gonna work really well. But yeah, it's gonna be pretty sweet. Snaps together like so. Just like this. Anyways, creates this little pyramid which starts fires very nicely. And then we'll take this wick, which is, I'm assuming, saturated with some kind of igniter, and then we'll stuff it in there and it'll start it up, and then we have a fire. We'll put that bad boy right here, ignite the fire, and then we can start getting warm, which will be most excellent. The gloves are wet, so the faster we get this fire going, the faster we'll have a morale booster. I think we got it, boys and girls. So we'll put this inside. I think that's it. And we'll just snuff it out. Pretty cool. And we got flames. We have a fire, which is amazing. And I just gotta make sure we keep it going because it's getting cold. There's nothing better than a hot fire. especially when you've been working in the cold and you're soaking wet. Well, I'm not soaked, but my hands, my gloves are a bit damp, which is not good because the temperatures are dropping out here really quick. So a nice hot fire is like a super morale booster for sure, and key to survival out here. Obviously we have the proper gear and we will be totally fine, but having a hot fire is definitely a key factor in comfort out here. So, very nice. Gotta cut some more firewood. It's gonna be a long night, making sure this fire stays lit. Supposed to dump at least a foot of snow tonight, so it's gonna be interesting. .54, which means I'll probably have less than an hour of light. Boy, it's deep. I hit the jackpot though. This dead wood here, bone dry all the way to the edge. It's gonna be excellent, excellent burning wood. It'll be a lot of work, but well worth it, especially out here. It's gonna be pretty awesome. Anyways, this is gonna be an excellent burner. In fact, it's so warm at the shelter that the snow is melting on the backside of the tarp where the snow has been collecting, so we know that it's working for sure. And we got a great fire. We're getting a pretty good little shelter structure built around everywhere on this little campsite, and here in a little while we'll get the air mattress blown up and we'll get some dinner started. Anyways, gotta go cut some more firewood. Branches that have been sticking to the ground for more coverage and beefing up my security wall around my campfire. Totally wasn't thinking, and so they're just dangling there. They're just dangling. So got to move those sticks back. You can see that the night is falling into place, which is awesome, but it's still snowing. Not as hard as it was before, but it's still snowing. You can barely see snow coming down. It's pretty awesome. Anyways, I got lots of work still to do on this little shelter that I'm building. Got to beef up the wall, cut away some of the snow, and yeah, it's coming along pretty good. Got a really nice roaring fire going, which is amazing. And yeah, it should be good. It's gonna be toasty warm tonight. You can see that the heat is reflecting off the tarp and is completely melting the snow, which is a very good sign. We'll capture all that heat tonight and we'll get a good night's rest for sure, but not just yet. We got much work to do. Some backcountry skiers, nice guys, just came through camp. Pretty awesome. Brave souls they are. Of course, I'm out here too, so anyways, it's amazing how you can meet such cool people even out here in the backcountry. Light is fading fast, so I gotta get this little thing sawed up, but it's almost headlamp time here in the next 10 minutes, but I'll start cutting this anyway. Getting firewood for camp is definitely not an easy chore, but 100% necessary if you want to stay warm. So now that I got a headlamp, things will be better out here for sure. Let me dial this back just a smidge. Boy, having that fire over at camp is so sweet. We'll get some green action going on since we're out in the forest. Has agreeable symmetry. Even though everything's white, it's still pretty cool. Gotta get this fired. The fire is actually going really nice. So we need to keep it going very nice. So it's a lot of work getting this thing cut. Just fell in a hole. Almost slipped into another portal. All right, here we go. Yay, that's amazing. This wood is definitely worth it though. I just throw this on this stump here to knock the snow off, but you'll hear how dry it is. It has like a hollow sound. That's some really good burning wood. Boy, this fire feels nice. I love it. I'm eating a nut butter bar. super tasty. I needed a little pick me up, so I haven't eaten all day, so this is really tasty. It's very tasty. Probably in the next hour and a half, I'll cook up some dinner, which will also be very tasty. I'm just very glad I found some good burning wood. Like literally 30 feet from my camp, which is like ideal. That last tree that I cut, the last bit of it, you can look at all the pitch, all the resin. It is like crazy amounts. It's pretty awesome. Anyway, the fire is going really well. It's snowing again, which is awesome. And yeah, we got the last chunk of that tree that I cut down. But yeah, there's a lot of pitch or resin coming off of that last log, which is pretty awesome. Anyways, I'm just gonna keep stoking the fire. It's a pretty nice night out. So currently the fire is going really good, but I got this huge chunk of dry firewood, but it has a bunch of snow on it, so I just stood it up next to the fire. The other side's all thawed out. I just don't want to put it on the fire when it's so wet. I don't want to put the fire out more than I have to, so it's pretty sweet though. It's amazing. Anyways, I gotta go cut some more firewood. There she goes. It's amazing. It's time to make some dinner. I'm gonna use this. I'm gonna fill it up at the creek, so that'll be good. Let's go. Smelling pretty good. The creek is somewhere down here. We got this flowing water deep enough for me to get this thing filled up, which is amazing. Mountain water is the best. Boil some water right here, which is the perfect spot for it. One-handed because I'm charging my phone, which is all good. But in here we're going to be doing chicken Alfredo pasta by Peak Refuel. It's gonna be amazing. I've had this stuff before and it's a delicious. I doubt you guys will just totally try it. Anyways, there's the all the good stuff. You can check out the ingredients, all the nutritional facts and all that good stuff. But anyway, this stuff is legit, like super good. I'm gonna boil up that hot water and then we're gonna have some amazing food. We're going to be having this Cocoa Classic raspberry and chocolate cocoa mix. Obviously it's artificial flavor, but it's still pretty good. Last time I had the chocolate with the mint, which was amazing, but this time I was gonna do this, so should be really good. Super stoked. And then, like I said, we're gonna be cooking up our pasta as well, which the water should be boiling here pretty quick, if not already. Anyways, we'll get that lined out, and it's gonna be delicious. So, I also brought this super long spoon, but this is pretty hot. We're gonna pour some of this hot water in here. We're gonna do about like this much hot water because I brought some milk that is gonna go really well with this, just to add that extra creaminess. Let that stew for a minute. I'm gonna pour the rest of this hot water inside our pasta. I'm not sure exactly how much was in there, but we'll figure it out pretty quick. And then we'll give this a stir in a second here. Well, it's definitely dark out. It's definitely dark. I'm not sure even what time it is. I think it might be like 8:30 or something. Just collected some snow. I'm gonna boil it up so I can wash my mug and utensils when I'm done with it. So I don't want to attract any wild animals. So I was charging my phone, but you can see the fire has dwindled quite a bit. But yeah, it's just gonna get ready for bed. And it's about 11:30 right now. So I'm gonna get my bed made up. Anyways, I'll see you guys first thing in the morning. Yeah, I just gotta unpack my bag. Just been enjoying the fire, and I will see you guys in the morning. Morning. Fire is still going, just a little bit. Boy, I slept cozy. Still have flames. How awesome is that? Still got a little bit of fire, which is awesome. Skies got clear. Not bad though. It's pretty nice. for breakfast, we're gonna have premium mountain berry granola by Peak Refuel. Check it out, it's pretty sweet. I've had this stuff before and it's very delicious. And also, to get warmed up a bit, I'm gonna have some Arctic white chocolate, which is gonna be very good too. So not too bad, it's gonna be delicious. That's a welcome sight. The sun is starting to come out. It's gorgeous. I think the water's about ready. Not bad. Check out what the heat did to the snow. It's pretty wild. It was nice and toasty. Yeah, it's pretty wild. Pretty cool looking for sure. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed that one as much as I did. Look for me next Friday. We'll be on another adventure. If you guys are new here, definitely hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you on the next one.